our next speaker for EXL 2022, Javier Lozano. So Javier Lozano Moreno is a Microsoft certified solutions expert from 2019 for business applications, developing cloud, business analytics, BL, AL, LOT, and digital transformation in organizations and performance in individuals. Javier's goal is to improve productivity from individuals and organizations through better ways and techniques of acquiring knowledge. As a reminder to all of our attendees, this conference is being recorded. We will have a Q&A at the end of the presentation, so please use the Q&A tool if you have a question for the speaker. The stage is all yours, Javier. You can now share your content and mute yourself.
Hi, thank you very much. I'm very happy to be with you again this year. So during the next 30 minutes, I will try to share some experiences that we have done during this year. The idea that we wanted to share with the community is the experience that we are having in the field of the artificial intelligence, and with our experience that we have already achieved with our hybrid learning experience, which are the components that we are using, what has to do the artificial intelligence regarding the improvement with the learner experience, and which are the components that we have already achieved with the virtual advisor and with the cognitive services. Just for finishing, we wanted to share a small action that we have achieved with the Ukrainian groups of refugees. To introduce our company, we are an IT company which has somehow more than 30 years of experience working in the IT industry and innovating with different technologies such as LMS, and of course we are working very close with labs and special new technologies to improve the learner's experience. Our company has different sites, and we are working as well in international projects. Fortunately, we have received different awards that are based on the new improvements that we have done in different opportunities. And last week, we were awarded by Microsoft as Best Learning Partner in the Inspire subsidiary. So we have 2020. Thank you very much for having us. And we are very happy to share why we have been awarded on 2020 and 2022, especially because of our hybrid learning programs. That means that we are always trying to improve the experience of our learners with the new technologies that are providing, and especially by the hosters, especially by XtremeLabs, and as well by Microsoft. So regarding the learner experience, one of the issues that we are always are working with are the worries of our learners about the methodology that they are going to have, since there is so huge offer in the market actually that they are kind of they want to know clearly how is going to be its experience. Not only about the materials that we are showing them, about the methodology, and of course how will be the interactions. One of the main situations that we are having actually is that the learner need immediacy. One of the issues that we are working during different years is about how we can give immediacy in the response when a learner, such as, for example, a NATO learner. We have a NATO U.S. Army NATO Army people that they are taking they are assigned to any mission, and they are doing a certification, and they want to be answered in the night, or they are learning in the weekends. How we can provide them this immediacy, and how we can achieve their goals. Some of them they need to learn very fast, and other ones they want to learn in nighttime. So with this idea of being the learner first, with our Learning Hub, we have started to provide different services with these AI activities, as we see here, different certifications, and people that in the past have never taken any certification through this way, they have achieved in different ways. You can see these experiences. With artificial intelligence, we gain in flexibility because we can access, the learner can access to the content faster, and the learner can know when and where is the best lab or the best activity in the lab, because of the use of the real-time questions and answers, and as well in the availability of the trainers. Usually with the instructor-led training, most of the people need to be in the same time as we are today to get knowledge of that. But with the new artificial intelligence tools and the cognitive services that Azure is giving us, we are able to achieve a higher level of availability of the content. And as well, because of that, we can lead and we can let them know which are the labs, know that the best areas of the labs that they need. For example, sometimes we have a case study, we need a question, or some people is asking about an issue that they have, and with these different services, we achieve this program. Of course, we have another group or another bundle of materials, services, and training, and we always are thinking on how these guys can get as fast as possible the knowledge and the solution of their queries. So this is why not only individuals are getting these actions, this knowledge, but as well, thanks to this system, we can get artificial intelligence services, broadening their services to an scalable basis and achieving this content to great organizations, such as we have mentioned before, people from the military, and other companies, industrial companies, and touristic companies that they are using this system. Regarding XtremeLabs, what we are guessing is that it's a key factor for our success, because not only is necessary to explain and to give knowledge as in concept matters. We can give them information, we can give them videos, and we can give them questions, solutions for their answers. But one of the most interesting and in the highest valued issue in our learners are the labs. The problem is that once they already arrived to the system, or in the meantime, they are having different questions, and we need artificial intelligence or someone who can lead them to adapt them or to advise them where to go. We have a lab. We, for example, an AZ 105, maybe we have 10 units, and then we have for each lab, maybe we can have 200 points. Where to go if this person has a question regarding this course, or maybe this person is doing one question that is not included in this action, and there is another lab that is explaining from another course, for example, I said 500, and the issue that it can be very easily solved if he achieves or he gets another lab. These are the questions that we are trying to solve with these different new elements that are doing with the XtremeLabs technology. Immediacy is one of the points that we have talked before. It's impossible to have 24/7, 300 or 400 experts during all the time trying to answer all the questions. we need a worldwide support, and we need to at least answer 80% of the questions that are in the like the Pareto law in 20% of the content. With artificial intelligence, we can achieve that in a very dynamically way. With the forum, it's interesting because the guy can see the forum, but we are always aware how long time. If there are many conversations in the forum, then we get lost once there are too many to find them if we are doing the search on all these points. No? So the idea is that we have to invest. We are investing in these new technologies to improve the relationship. And once the question is done by the student, to receive the best answer, and always addressing this student to a lab, to a unit, to a module that is supported by XtremeLabs. So another thing is that some students think that labs are more a kind of practical point. It's a part of the studies, but they need to be fully aware of all the knowledge theoretically once they can have the activity of the action of the lab. We try with our systems to change this mind, because we really think that doing these practical activities in the lab environments, the knowledge is increasing, and some concepts that could be more diffuse because of the concept can be really taken. This is why we are always trying to take this action and take the students to the results of the lab. So what are we doing actually? What are we including in our technology? What we have done is study deeply the new cognitive services that Microsoft with Azure technologies are offering, and deciding how we can use them to solve questions with XtremeLabs. Our idea is how we can choose the best cognitive services that can lead to the student, to the participant, to these solutions with XtremeLab. For example, we have two main groups of cognitive services that are based on perception or comprehension. So in the most interesting ones are vision, speech, language, and knowledge in the part of comprehension. But regarding vision, actually, we think there is an interesting opportunity mainly for security purposes, or for other options about the checking or the security. Actually, what we are using are in the area of perception are speech recognition, language understanding, and knowledge bases to increase these three cognitive services. One of the problems that the voice agents have is that most of the relationships are a little bit impersonal, and the answers are not as useful as it need to be. And what we are solving these problems is, first of all, because we are using real answers that we have already done in our forum. The first thing that we do is that we have thousands of questions answered in our forums in the courses. So what we do is to increase, to nurture the AI environments and the Q&A and all the language understanding contents with the questions that we have offered, that we have already answered. So that means that we are, apart from the own learning systems that they have, the machine learning components, what we do is to feed them with real content that is offering real solutions to the student. So what we are working with neural test, with the direct line speech, a keyword spotter, and LuisBot framework. The idea is to get impact, to get the satisfaction that one person can achieve when is advised or is informed of the question that it really needs. So fortunately, Microsoft is investing heavily in these technologies, and the cognitive services are increasing their abilities. And have been using, for example, bot services during 2 years. Actually, we have increased it with the machine learning systems and with voice recognitions, and we can get different languages that we can improve. In this way, the idea is not only work with the language that we use, which is Castilian, with most of Spanish, especially regarding our Latin America customers, but as well we are increasing our offering in English and other languages because of these solutions, because of this translation and these methodologies. From the voice, from the question of the student, there is a treatment in the cloud with artificial intelligence, and there is an answer that is working with these people. This is, for example, how it will be work, the content, how it can be seen, how it can be used. We have here, for example, for example, very interesting, the very interesting speech that my previous speaker has done. It was funny because I had here my set 104, and we have our landing, our LMS. We have our different tools, most of these tools, and we have here in the AI, we have the virtual advisor. The virtual advisor, which is one of the questions. One person can make a question regarding information about MFA. What is MFA? I don't know what is MFA, so I put MFA, and now it starts all the translation, all the information. One of the points that is very important is at the end, always, you can see here, and now the answer is in Spanish, but the next step precisely is how to achieve the translation in the language of the person. This is what we are investing out right now, because we have already done the other point. So what we do is we lead the user to the XtremeLabs always, and we give them the path how to get this answer. Not only we are talking about concepts, or maybe we are taking other actions, but we are as well doing this information. And that is interesting. For example, if we are doing other activities or other questions that maybe we don't know, or we don't know about this kind of information, and there is, for example, some links where at the end you can get the lab as well. So we are always taking information or the answers. That will be the virtual advisor. But virtual advisor is one of the is needed, because traditionally what we have done, of course, is in the past the forums that everybody is working with, course forums. These are the different content. This is the base of all the information. We are translating. We are using all these questions for many people during different time, and that are giving us questions about each labs, about these questions. The participant can get these questions during in the area of the virtual advisor. Having different programs, and now with the international programs, we are aware that we needed to have some try to get a kind of information, a translation, text recognition that can be done with different languages, especially in NATO, where many people are speaking different languages, and sometimes they don't know what they can do. So, for example, this is one of the questions that we can do in English to get Spanish, or we can translate it in other language. It depends on the instructor that they have. So, what is MFA in Azure? And so here it is the translation. So what we can do here, they get the translation, and what we can do is we can go to the query, and the trainer or the training, the people, the student as well, can use virtual advisor and can put here the idea, and he can have the same question. You see, MFA, the same question in English is translated, and they have the question. So this is another option that we have. Another question we can do, for example, if we go to the queries, and we can go as well to the translations. We can achieve in the virtual advisor the translation. We can do it in French, and we can do a translation in French, and translate it to you can say, je n'ai pas d'accès à Active Directory. Okay, so we have here the translation in Spanish. I don't have access to Control C, so it gets the content. And now we are going as well to the virtual advisor, and we repeat the idea. And we have this one. What is going to answer us? It's going to answer, you have in the lab module 1.3 in course set 100 in XtremeLabs the solution, and before you have some explanations. Okay, so this is the artificial intelligence suggestions that we are doing to try to achieve this immediacy. Of course, not 100% of the questions are solved, but many of them, especially the ones that usually, because sometimes the technical people, the IT guys, are solving issues more administrative, more than very repetitive. What we are having is that this 80% of the questions are not, they don't have to be answered. They are focused on the very difficult questions and the very difficult points. This is something that for us is very interesting and very suggesting for our new competence. So for doing a kind of in terms of a structure, what do we do? From speech recognition, we make the translation from the student to the support department, and in this one week it is going to achieve through language understanding and through issues bot and Q&As. We as well have the answer, and we did the translation from the support to the student. And then the end will be, and this is our aim for the next months, is neural text to speech. What do we achieve? To lead the student to the real activity, to real practice, and not this student is not taking time or losing its time trying to get in the incredible amount of content that there is actually for free or for everywhere. So it's really needed. We answer immediate questions, and the translator helps these people to achieve that. And this is something that we have already, say, MFA or any question that can be. At the end, we always have this solution. Where is the practice for this question? For that, we are actually doing an activity with the Ukrainian refugees. What do we do? These people there are many IT guys that they want to achieve the certifications and want to get a job in the different countries where they are located. What we are doing is with our voice recognition from Russian to Spanish and to English, we are giving them these solutions. Sometimes they don't speak proper English, and they have some questions using their labs. So what we do is with our virtual advisor, helping them, working with them. Of course, if you know any Ukrainian refugee, or if you know any association that you are in contact, please let us know, because all these courses are for free. They are using these artificial intelligence tools. We are very happy in trying to support them, because we work with Microsoft Pledge in all these this group of people that they need this information. You can find this info in our networks, and we have now started with the PL900 and MB920 and SC900 security, and we expect that we are going to be able to give them this kind of knowledge, and to avoid the language barrier that they have because of their language. So in this point, we would like to give our email just if you need it, because you are going to work in this kind of courses. Of course, they have as well XtremeLabs, and they have the opportunity to work with these labs and to understand these labs. All right. So I think that we have some minutes for questions about technology, or about I don't know if you have any question. Thank you very much for your attention, and we are looking forward your contacts and achieve mutual knowledge. Regarding AI, we are doing as well services to other partners that they have their own universities, that they have their own knowledge. So what we do is to provide them with all these technology and solutions as a Microsoft partner to try to improve their services for their organizations. Anyway, we are open to share as well experiences, and if you know of companies or people that they are interested in these technologies of including Azure Cognitive Services in improving the student experience, please let us know. Thank you very much for your attention, and looking forward to know from you. Thank you.